If you want to learn how to draw, well, you've come to the right place. I'm Robbie Greer from Rusticated Art, and this is my Fun Time Family Arts playlist, where I show you step by step how to draw from the comfort of your own home. Now, this is your first time here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for stopping by. Now be sure to watch through to the end, because not only will I be giving you all the tips and techniques that I've learned along the way, but I'll also be giving a shout out to another very special channel. So what do you reckon? Time to get started? Well, come on then. In today's tutorial, we're going to be drawing lips. You'll need a pencil, a blending stump, or if you haven't got one of those, just one of these will do, a cotton bud, and a brush to brush away the crumb, a little bit of blue tack, or a kneadable eraser. And if you've got an eraser will come in handy as well. I've got an electric one, but you don't need one of those, just an ordinary eraser. So the first one we're going to do is, now just remember that everything to me is about basic shapes, so this is not exactly going to be how everyone's lips are. They're all different, and even the different shapes that I'm going to be drawing will still be different to each person. You know, it's a bit like fingerprints, everything's different, but basically the same. Fingerprints go sort of swirl around, well, just a different pattern for everyone, and lips are the same, you know, a little bit different, but basically the same, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So we start off, and a little bit of a curve like that. Now this is the Cupid lips. Now I've drawn out little squares here, which are, let me measure them for you, just to keep everything in size. So they're 6 centimeters across by about 3 centimeters. That's just how you keep everything in place, especially when you're starting out. Because I've seen before with students, and we've started off drawing something on a page, and it just gets bigger and bigger, and we don't want that. Now this to me looks very much like a bow. Now just take your time, just do it lightly. Just, you know, as normal, there will be rubbing out to do. The next part is the bottom part of the lip. Now, as I say, it varies. Every person is different, even if it's the same style. So we'll just put it in here like the bottom part of the lip. By the way, this is sort of would be classed as the Cupid's bow lip. This is what this would be sort of classed as. Now that could go right up to the end here, or just to there like that. Just lightly put it in. And up here, now that varies as well. That could be closer to that part there. This here is where the two lips, the top lip and the bottom lip, join. Where they, you know, not join but come together. So, and in here, and that's the actual Cupid's bow. And then that'll come around, and you've got another bow shape. Now the light, because the lip is sort of bulging out a bit, the top lip and the bottom lip, and that all are going to vary too. So therefore the light is going to be sort of in that area there, and up here as well. And now what we're going to do is go in and shade it. Now the thing is, you use your pencil on its side. You'll find it's better for shading. If I can just get it out of my glove, rather than using the point, use the side, just lightly. And this bit here is the highlight. And there's a little ridge going down there. Probably should have made these a bit bigger, these squares. We'll just see how this comes out. Now the next thing I'm going to do is use my blending stump, come in and go the same way that we want the curve of the lip. I'm just going to ignore that top line because I should have made it a bit higher. And the highlight also will be, there's a little ridge down there. There's a technical name for that. Can't remember what it is, but you don't want to see any hard edges. I'm just going to blend all that. And then I want to take out this here, and then we'll just take this bit out here. And because that's sticking out further, it'll be highlighted. And you don't want to overdo the shading on this. Okay, now that we've sort of got the basic shape in there, we go back in now and then we'll put in a bit of detail. Now, what happens is, because the lip is protruding slightly, because it's a Cupid's lip, so it's going to be a little bit darker in here. It's going to create that shadow. And the other thing is that normally it's going to be a little bit darker in the corners too. See, I'm holding it on its side. And then we're going to put, well, I'll just blend that a bit. Trying not to have any hard lines. We blend them out. And just play around with it. See how we've got the highlight right there? And once again, it's just trial and error, so just take your time. Use a bit of blue tack just to lighten that up a bit in there. Now, the next kind of lip is the upturned lip, which is very similar to the Cupid's bow in that there's a little bow in there like that, and that comes over and around, same on that side. You know, to me they all look like bows, and then it curves up. And every face is going to be different, every set of lips will be different. Let's take that little bit out there. But like I said, you know, all I'm trying to do is show you how in general, you know, to get the different shapes, each face is going to be different, and each set of lips is going to be different, but there are certain basic that we can use. Alright, and then up here, that's this. Remember, we always start with that line, and that's where the bottom and the top and the bottom lips join together, or merge together. Not join together. And then in here, and over. Feel like drawing a moustache, I suppose. And of course the bottom lip. Don't worry too much about trying to get it all nice and even, because we're going to be doing some rubbing out. Now the lips tend to have, like in the last one, you got your little highlight because that lip's sticking out. So if you're looking at it from the side, you'd have your lips like this, and yeah, that's just roughly, but so this bit here, which is that bit there, is going to be more light on it. The light's coming from there, so it's going to stand out a bit. So that's why we do just a really light outline. That's all. And the same up here. You're going to have in this area here. There's going to be a bit. There's going to be a highlight in this bit here. And that varies as well. And they've all got technical names, but I don't want to confuse you with all that. Okay, so I'm just going to make these a little bit thinner. Remember, this is the upturned lip. So we just make that a little bit thinner. And the lips go up like that in the corners. Alright, now I'm just going to start shading that in. Put in a bit of shading. Now we're going to blending stump. Just try and keep them just a nice smooth strokes, because that there is where the top lip and the bottom lip meet, and it will always be a little bit darker. Keeping in mind that the shadow, the highlight is right there, as is in here. Lips upturned lip. Don't really want to see that line there. like that. Now the next lip is the fuller lip. So same sort of shape basically, but obviously the fuller lip. We'll start off with the bow, but obviously with a fuller lip, you know that they're going to be bigger. So with the fuller lip, tend to be sort of, I'm going outside my guidelines, but that's right, they're there, and they tend to go more to the end of the top lip there. You know, whereas the other ones sort of come in, but these ones tend to go more. And then the bottom, the top lip, sorry, that's going to be a bigger distance, and they tend to be more bowed as well, but more rounded. And just putting a bit of shading in there. I'll just take that little bit out there. Take it out as you go. And just take your time. Don't be in a rush. Just work on one at a time. Come back to it. Walk away. Pause whenever you feel you have to. As I keep saying, you know, it's not a race. And it's not a competition. You're just sitting there having a go at drawing some lips. You know, drawings, especially using graphite, all they are, when you think about it, are just marks on a piece of paper. Don't overcomplicate it, don't overthink things. If you get it wrong, it doesn't matter, rub it out. Start again. It's your drawing. Right, then we go into our blending stump. Remembering, like I said before, the lips, the bottom lip is protruding out a bit more, so you're going to be lighter, and the same with the top lip, and then around here. Those are going to be highlighted. And you get those lines that you see on lips. Make that a little bit more rounded. So I just want to get rid of that line that I put in there. Just use my little, get one of these tombos. Most art shop, well in fact nowadays you can get them at any art shop, art supply shop, or get them online. They come in handy. You know? I try to use all the tools that are available. I might not be an exact purist type of artist, because to me art's about enjoyment. I don't care if someone said, oh, you know, tracing's wrong, or you can't use grids because that's not a true indication of art. Well, I say, well, tough. I'll use other words, but you got to just use whatever you can, because at the end of the day it's about your enjoyment that you get out of art, not someone else's, at all. So use whatever you need, and you find when you're drawing a certain topic or subject, yeah, of course it's a little bit tricky to start with, but once you get the hang of it, you'll find that you don't need so many tools. As far as like some people use traceables, well, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. I find when I was doing commission work, or when I do commission work, especially earlier on, I didn't have any tools, so it used to take ages just setting up a picture, trying to get everything in the right place. Yeah, I know it's part of the process, but if you can find a quicker way to do it, find it and use it. No matter what the purists say. Like I keep saying, it's your drawing, it's your piece of art. You do it how you feel you should be doing it. And I'm just trying to so we don't see that line so much. And maybe a little bit darker in here. These are the full lips. Alright, I'll do that for now. Brush away the crumb. I thought that would do us for today. We've still got another 3 to do, and I don't want to make them too long, so practice on this during the week. It doesn't matter how many times it takes you, just enjoy doing it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and remember, it's all about you. You know, I really enjoy making these tutorials, and I hope you're enjoying them just as much as I'm enjoying sharing them with you. Now, this week's shout out goes to a channel I've been following for quite some time, and I know you're going to love them. Now, this week's shout out goes to another very special channel, Fine Dining they call themselves, and it's a couple, Jen and Drew. Now, they do reviews on all these different kinds of foods that come out. You know, like the snack foods that you get. They go to Aldi's, Trader Joe's, Reese's Peanut Brittle. You know, the sort of foods that you eat for snack foods, and they really go through it and they explain it, and they rate them. They tell you what they think. And the other thing, of course, I love their sense of humour. They always start off singing a little song, usually about the product they're going to review, but it'll be like, the words will be changed, it'll be a well-known song. No, they're a lot of fun. So when you get the chance, head on over to Fine Dining, that's F-E-I-N. Tell them Robbie from Rusticated-Artist sent you. I know they really appreciate the support, and that's what us little YouTubers have got to do. We've got to support each other as much as we can. So go and have a look. I know you're going to love them. Now, I'll leave a link to Jen and Drew's Fine Dining channel in the description below. Now, a wise person once said, you are the artist of your own life. Don't hand the paintbrush to anyone else. I don't know who that wise person was, but I kind of like that one. Now, if you like what you're seeing so far and feel you're getting some value, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Share it with your friends. Because if you like it, the chances are they're going to like it just as much. And if you haven't yet subscribed but would like to, hit that red button down there, ring the bell, that way you won't miss out on any future video. Now, if you're new to my channel, I'll leave a card up here to my Fun Times Family Art playlist, and that'll be the best video for you to watch next. Well, that's about it for this week. Stay safe out there, my friends, and I'll see you next week, same time, same place.